Alright guys, welcome to your 12th video, and I got some good news. In this video we are finally going to be done with the main CSS file, because all we're going to be doing is styling the search box right here, the elements inside it rather, and also styling the buttons for the website. Now every button on this website is going to have the same exact style as you see: search, submit, the login button. They're all going to have that same basic style. So like I said, we only have to style this once, and then we're going to be good to go no matter whenever we decide to use a button. So let's go ahead, and before we start with the buttons, I want to style the elements inside the search bar. Now the search bar by default gives you the black and plain old text with not very much styling. So let's go ahead and change these right now. So the first thing I want to do is add a new class called search box. So what I want to do is, whenever I apply this class to an element, the first thing I want to do is give it a padding. Now I want to give a padding of 2 pixels, and let me show you what happens. Whenever you write something in here, can you see how the text is kind of separated from the edge of this text area? It isn't butted right up against the edge of it. Well, that's what the padding does. And also, this all categories default text isn't padded up right against the bottom of this. I just like to give it a little bit of space. I think it looks really cool. And now what I want to do is I want to give it a border color. Now the border, I'm going to have 1 pixel solid. In the hexadecimal, I already figured all this boring stuff out, is B9 BDC1. Yeah, you guys are like, how the heck did you come up with that? I actually just cheated online and looked at a, actually this has to be a 9. Hello. Looked at a little color chart, and that's the color I like. So it has a border, and the color for this is the color of the text. Now, I don't want plain black text by default. I want kind of a dark gray because it just goes with the flow of the website. So the color of the text is 50, 50, 50. Now, like I said, I'm going to be applying this class not only to this right here, but also this. So the color of all this text is going to change. This is going to be padded as well. So there you go. There you have it. So now the only thing we have left to do is style the buttons for the website. Now, okay, how can I explain this? What I did is I already coded the classes that we need. I know I kind of cheated, but instead of taking you guys through all the little itty gritty details about one button, I'm going to go ahead and just look at this. Paste all this, which I coded in between the last tutorial and this one, and explain to you guys what these things are. So the first thing is pretty much the shadow of a button, and you need 3 different lines to make it compatible cross-browser. The next thing I did is the default color of the button. Now, this entire thing is a gradient, and if you don't know how to do gradients in CSS, then go ahead and watch my HTML5 and CSS tutorials, and you'll understand that. But like I said, I just want to skip over these things real quick because, this isn't like core information that you need to know for the website. It's just kind of a one-time thing, and we're never going to make gradients again other than this button, so I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time on it. And other than that, I added a border radius which rounds the button, and of course, thank you for not standardizing this, because we need way more lines of code to do this than is necessary. And then I added a border. I made it an inline block so it flows in line with the elements and doesn't move down a line or anything like that. The color is white, which is the color of the text. The font family is Arial. The font size is 14. It's bold. Now the padding 2 pixels, 10 pixels means the top and bottom padding are 2 and the left and right are 10. Pretty much no underline, and I also gave this text a nice text shadow. So as you can see, it looks like the text pops out a little bit, and that's why, because I gave it a nice text shadow. So there is your styling for the button, and remember guys, you can just go ahead and download this CSS file, and you don't have to pause the video and copy everything down. Just go ahead and download this file, and if you suggest any changes or have any recommendations to make your button look a little bit prettier, go ahead and let me know on the forum. But anyways, this is the main default button. Now, aside from this, I already coded a button hover and a button active. Now, whenever you hover over the button, all I did is I pretty much just changed the background. So check it out. Hovering over the button, pretty much the background gets reversed. Where it was dark, it's now light. Where it's light, it's now dark. Just lets the user know that they are interacting with it. That's why I like to add a hover. And the last thing I did is coded a button active. Now whenever they press down on the button, as you can see, it says position relative top 1 pixel. So it basically says, okay, we're going to move it down 1 pixel. And that's whenever the user clicks down the button shifts down 1 pixel. And that is just, like I said, to let them know that they're interacting with the button and it's working correctly. I like to give them that feel of interaction satisfaction. There you go. That's a cool line. I'm going to end on that. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to download your files, and I will see you guys in the next video where we are hopefully going to be, you know what? I think I'm going to save it for then. So anyways, I'll see you then.